Hello everybody, welcome back to Your Zombies Opinions, episode 26. Now, in the last one I asked you guys, what is your thoughts and review on the Chaos story as a whole, and this is what you guys said. Now, also I just want to say that this is going to be the last main Chaos story themed video. I'm going to still have, Chaos story suggestions, like if you guys say, oh, my favourite map is, 9 or whatever, I'll still feature Chaos stuff, but it's mostly going to be Ether and stuff, so this is the last only specific Chaos themed video, so here we go. So the first comment comes in from Samboy115 saying, I really liked the Chaos story. It was lackluster for the first time, but with Ancient Evil I loved the story foreshadow and the lore, especially the gods and all of them linking together. So yeah, I'm excited for what's to come with the Chaos story. And yeah, I really liked how Ancient Evil had this foreshadowing of Medusa with the big statue in the center of the Earth place where Pack-a-Punch is. And it definitely went over everybody's heads, which was cool, and it was such an amazing reveal. And just the lore of the Chaos story has been interesting. It's not crazy, it's not Ether, but it's starting out. We've only had 4 maps. We're technically on the Derice of Chaos story, if that makes sense. But I really like the god theme. We had the god hands from Ancient Evil, and then we had the gods as a whole. We had Zeus, Odin, Ra, and Danu, and I thought that was really cool that we had the god themes for this, because we never really saw it with Ether. We've never seen that god Greek Rome-esque feel for we were supposed to have Egypt as a map, but we never got it, and that was really nice. And I like that they took Chaos in a different direction, obviously, and I think it was pretty cool. It was definitely lackluster when it first came out with 9 and Voyage. There wasn't too much to it, but I think over time, specifically with Ancient Evil, it really did a 180. And yeah, Ancient Evil is definitely one of my favourite maps of the Chaos story now. I really like it. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens with the Chaos story as well. So the next comment comes in from Sarah Waller saying, nowhere near Ether, but when Ether is gone, it will manage after Ancient Evil. 9 is probably the best Chaos maps, Voyage is the worst, Dead of the Night is meh, and Ancient Evil did what it needed to do. So Ancient Evil definitely did what it needed to do. It was a very good map on all aspects. It's not perfect, but it's very good. It's definitely great. It's definitely the best map in my opinion for the Chaos story. I wouldn't say Voyage is the worst. I would say that Dead of the Night is the worst, and Voyage is the meh map for me. I just don't know. I don't like Dead of the Night. I've never liked it. Well, I actually liked it on my first playthrough. If you go back and watch my first playthrough, I said that it was my favourite Chaos map. It's definitely not true anymore. But yeah, I definitely think it will manage after Ether goes. Ether should be gone with DLC 4. This is going to be the last map, hopefully. Well, I say hopefully, but I don't want it to be the last map. Okay, I love Ether. But I just hope they give it a good end. And I definitely think the Chaos story in time can fill the hole that Ether will leave, because a lot of people compare Ether and Chaos, and that's just so unfair. Like, Chaos has had 4 maps, Ether has had like 24 or 5 odd. We've had nearly 11 years of Ether, and we've had like 7-8 months or 9 months of Chaos. I think it's just unfair to do that, but hopefully in time the Chaos story will be as good as Ether. It won't be better, it will never be better than Ether, but it should be as good as Ether, and I definitely think it can, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I definitely think it can fill the hole that Ether will leave with DLC 4. So next comment comes in from Oddboy Muffin Jr. I don't know how I pronounce it, please let me know. I thought the Chaos story was very strange. I liked how they changed the storyline to something new, and I loved the ending. I think one of the things it's known for is the Greek god stuff, but I find it funny because the premise storyline has always been about killing Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man, who are gods lol. I don't think it's always been about Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man. We only saw them really in BO3. I know there was the red scarf in Origins, but it's never really been about it. But yeah, they are gods, but they're not the same as the Greek gods and stuff, but they're still gods nonetheless. But I definitely think it was, I don't know if I would class it as strange. It was definitely weird. It was definitely completely different to anything I could have ever imagined. But I definitely think the ending was good as well. I really liked it. And that's really it, to be honest. So yeah, let's move on. So next comment comes in from Jonathan Wickertwist, which is an awesome name, by the way. When it comes to the Chaos story, it's actually pretty good, as it always seems to leave me hanging, maybe not always on a good note, but it always keeps me in suspense of what's going to happen next. Like in the medieval map's ending, which I think is 9, is this going to affect the actual form, where is this going to lead, stuff like that. I definitely say it's a good storyline. So like I've said already like 5 million times at this point, I thought the Chaos story was pretty good, and it definitely did leave me hanging, specifically with 9, not too much with Voyage or Dead of the Night. But I definitely think that suspense factor was there, and it was definitely interesting. I was always interested with the Chaos story the entire way through, even if it wasn't much. And as compared to Aether, you know, I was very hyped throughout the 2016 period, excited to see what's going to come next with Aether. It was definitely not as much as Aether, but I thought it was cool, and it was definitely suspenseful, and it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat almost. And yeah, I'd say it's a good storyline too. So next comment comes in from Carnage Clown saying, alright, I take it back, I like Misty because of reasons. I think we all know the reasons you're talking about. But the Chaos story needs to give us a reason to care about the story. As of now, it's just boring because they give us too much shock value, and it doesn't make you interested about the characters. So, I think they have given us a reason to care. I think the ending is interesting to see what happens next, but apart from that, I don't really think there is too much to care about. All I want to know is just what happens next, which I guess is a good thing. I don't know about the shock value. I guess the Medusa thing was pretty shocking. But apart from that, I don't really think they've used too much shock value. There was never a real moment, apart from Medusa, at the end of... Oh, spoilers, by the way, if you didn't know. I think that was definitely the most shocking part. But apart from that, I don't really feel like there was anything else that was shocking. And I feel like the only character to really get invested in is Scarlet, that's it. And the other characters, they definitely need to make us more invested in whenever Chaos comes back in 2020. But apart from that, I think it was good. It wasn't the best story, it's definitely not Aether, okay, but I thought it was good, in my opinion, and also Misty is amazing. So next comment comes in from Reza saying, the Chaos story was a very new story to bring into zombies. Other than having 9, the maps weren't that great and the story was confusing. Now, I thought that Ancient Evil, in my opinion, was a very good map. I would say it's my favourite Chaos map. I know, I'm sorry 9. But 9 is also a pretty good map. I really like 9 too. I would say in my ranking it would be Dead of the Night is the worst map, then Voids of Despair, then 9, then Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil just tops 9. But I thought, you know, Ancient Evil was pretty good, and 9 is amazing too. And the other maps are best. And the story, I wouldn't say it's confusing, I would just say that it's boring, is what it is. But I definitely think it's interesting, and I definitely liked it, and I definitely think it was a good thing to have. So next comment comes in from Axton the meme guy saying, I really liked the Chaos story, it felt like a breath of fresh air from so many years of having Aether. But I'm sad they won't continue it since everyone under the sun loves Aether. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Aether, but when Treyarch tries something different with stories, no one likes it. It's kind of depressing, to be honest. So the fact that the Chaos story is probably not going to return is very sad. I definitely liked it. It definitely needs to be fleshed out more. But the thing is, we only had 4 maps. They definitely should have saved it for Black Ops 5, where we could have had the whole 6 maps instead of, you know, just 4. Because it did take time away from Aether, obviously. We could have had 6 Aether maps instead of 4. But I feel like the problem is Treyarch actually tried something different. We don't really ever see that much, okay? Look at, you know, the entirety of the Aether maps. They're all just old maps in a new form. And the thing is, they tried something different for once. And I bet you, you know, 3 games from now, we're going to still have Aether maps. And people are going to say, fuck, why didn't we give the Chaos story a chance, okay? Because the Chaos story probably isn't going to continue after Ancient Evil, unfortunately. I hope it will. But the thing is, it's not going to continue, and people are going to just moan about how they're not doing a new storyline. And the one time we actually get a new fucking storyline, everybody hates it because they don't give it a chance to actually flesh it out. And I feel like it's very depressing too. Give Chaos more love. Chaos is a great story. Even though it's not as great as Aether, it's still a great story in my opinion. And yeah, let's move on to the last comment. So last comment comes in from Suspicion135 saying, honestly, I'm probably one of the maybe 6 people on Earth that actually likes the Chaos story, and especially after how Ancient Evil was executed. It's honestly a nice break from the confusing clusterfuck that the Aether storyline is, plus the whole Greek mythology thing was pretty neat too. It's like Exo Zombies with a simple enough storyline to follow, and the characters don't want to make me jump off a cliff, mostly. The difference between the two is the Chaos story isn't as agonizingly difficult as Exo Zombies. Having a break from Aether is definitely fun. I like the clusterfuck Aether storyline that we have now, but this storyline felt like really a BO1, BO2 storyline, and I definitely think it was cool, and it was a nice break, but at the same time, don't do a break right near the fucking end of the storyline. Like, no. Like, nobody wants to see that. People just want to see how Aether ends. Like, they should have ended Aether with DLC 2 and kept it going with, you know, DLC 3 and 4. Or not just have the Chaos story in it as a whole. I said earlier, you know, the Chaos story could have just been Black Ops 5. And they could have had this entirely as Aether. And I don't know why they did that. But Exo Zombies we don't talk about that on this channel. You know, it is dead to me. Actually, I kind of liked Extra Zombies, actually. It was only that one map, Outbreak. It was a pretty cool map, but the other maps are terrible. But yeah, I don't think the characters make me want to jump off the cliff. Bruno's a pretty fucking awful character, let's be honest. But the other ones are alright, specifically Scarlet the best, and then Shaw's okay, and Diego's alright too, but Bruno's just... ugh. And yeah, the story was pretty easy to follow too. So that is going to be it for this episode of Your Zombies Opinions, episode 26, the last main Chaos one for a very long time. So for the next episode of Your Zombies Opinions, episode 27, is going to be... how do you think the Aoife storyline will end? How do you want it to end? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the next episode coming next week. This is now a weekly series again. Can you believe it? So yeah, tell me down below how you think Aoife is going to end, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, I have a second channel, for those who don't know, Soapkiller 7.5. I'm going to be uploading more stuff on that. I've only uploaded one video. I'm thinking of playing Outlast on that channel because I have it for free. I got it ages ago, like a year ago, and I still never got around to playing it. And I think it would be fun because I hate horror games, and I don't think I've ever played a horror game before. So I think that would be fun to play, so let me know if you want to see that in the comments. But yeah, that's it. Subscribe to Soapkiller 7 and Soapkiller 7.5, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow because I'm going to daily upload for the next 4 days, hopefully. And we're also coming up on the 4-year anniversary in 2 days. So expect a special video for that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. You're amazing if you watched this far. Thanks. Goodbye. See you later. In the end. Bye.